Hi, my name is Dennis, and I've been a victim of electronic weapons. Electromagnetic weapons is what I meant, for 7 years, and also a victim of synthetic telepathy. And I'll tell you what, I'd take this telepathy any day over the weapons. And what happened to me was, I believe that they were just testing these weapons and the capabilities of them and using me as a guinea pig to do so. And when I figured this out, it took me a while to decipher my way through the manipulation that they were putting onto me. And this manipulation is impossible to decipher in the beginning. You're kind of, in the beginning, they controlled me with fear. And when I say they, I'm talking about the CIA, NSA, or some other contracted out agency within the intelligence community. And these people are obviously running on some type of protocol. They have instructions for what they do, and I figured that out because I saw an episode of Dr. Phil of a man who said that he's not schizophrenic, but he hears voices. Well, I'm the same way. I hear voices, but I'm not schizophrenic. And I never will be. The reason why I say that this guy on Dr. Phil anyway, he shed light that there is definitely a strategy and a type of instruction to this madness for the operators who are sitting on the other end and, not being tortured, the ones who aren't being tortured, the operators of this madness. And this guy said that he had he had been bribed for $5,000. They wanted him to put in his mailbox and then they'd go away. I had the same thing happen to me, only with a laptop. They wanted me to set it out on the end of my curb on my driveway, and they said they'd come and pick it up, and that would be the end of it. I never set my laptop out on the curb for them to come pick up. That's just one of the things. And also another thing is that they'll use family members with synthetic telepathy. They will say that they're a family member or someone that you know, and you will believe them for a short period of time until you rule out the fact that this person could be doing this to you. And for me, it took 7 years to rule out the fact that these people were not who they said they were. They said they were the Hell's Outcast Biker Club, which is in my area. They're pretty popular, and I believed them. And I'm a fool for doing so, but at the same time, I had to, I was manipulated beyond belief, so there's really no way I couldn't have believed them, Anyways, I ended my 7.5 year horror fest by repetitively not giving up after getting out of the hospitals. I would get right back on the subject of getting this to stop. And what I did was I contacted the Department of Defense several times until the last time I contacted them, I was down at Treasure Island Casino in my area in Minnesota here, and I actually had the casino manager call the Department of Defense and get them guys in there to talk to me at the casino. And they took me into this back room where I talked to them for about 45 minutes, and I told them my case and my situation, and I said that it can't go on any longer and something's got to be done or I'm going to go postal. And they chose to acknowledge me, and I couldn't believe that they acknowledged it. And what they acknowledged was what I said to them was that I have someone conducting research on me in neurosciences. The pretty much their method or their way of researching me is through neuroscience principles, and I discussed this with these guys, and I also told them that I felt as if my mind was being controlled from remote means, such as radio control, and they did not ask me if I was crazy, if I was on any meds, or if I had a mental illness. They just acknowledged it. They said they would send a report in and send it up the chain, which meant up the chain to me from the DOD means to the CIA or NSA or whatever contracted agency this is that runs this type of shit on people. And they took my report and they submitted it on terrorism, and within a month my problems were all over. I haven't had any problems since then, which was February of 2015, or February of 2015, that is. I've been free from this whole thing, and I'm thanking God for it, every minute of it. And also the synthetic telepathy part, they let up on that to the point where I can enjoy, TV shows. I can watch movies without being interrupted. I can, go to bed without having them keep me awake all night. Anyways, I got some things for you guys to look up if you want to learn more about this stuff and how they do it. Because I figured it out, and that's why I think I got it to stop. But I got some important tips for you too if you're planning on contacting the DOD. And my email is dthill27@gmail.com. And you can email me anytime. I would love to hear from you. Somebody else, that's been in this situation or is in this situation. I can offer you some help and some tips. And that's my email. So what else was I going to say? Anyways, the Department of Defense is the way to go. That's your only way out. And if they choose to put you in the hospital, then they choose to put you in the hospital. There's nothing anybody can do about that. It's all up to the officer's discretion who you're talking to. And for me, I got lucky and I had an officer, I think, that had a conscience on him and chose to help me instead of just kick me into the dust like they usually do. And the local police will do that every time. So don't call the police ever. God, there was one more thing I wanted to mention before I hang up here. And that's I'll post it on. You can email me and I'll just tell you then. You can email me at dthill27@gmail.com again. And I'll be real interested in hearing from anybody that wants to talk about this and learn more about how this shit all works with the synthetic telepathy, how they do it, and the mechanics of it, and the technology involved with it. I know a lot about it, and I also know that if you want to Google something just for starts, Google the microwave auditory effect, and that'll provide some insight on how they get the voices to you, and also ultrasonic hearing effect. I believe is another one that will inform you about how they get the voices to you. And I don't know, I would like to hear from someone who has been in communication with the voices, not only just listening to the voices, but also in communication with them. So if you can please email me at the address I gave. I'm waiting, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks. Bye.